Hello and welcome to the Just Interesting live quiz number 2, the second ever dedicated live quiz. Isn't it a wonderful thing? How are you both, Martin and Alex?
Oh, very well, thank you, Robin. Very well. A little bit on the tired side, but that's no excuse. I'm here. I'm ready.
Yeah, well,
For the
I'm
quiz.
very,
yeah, I want to know,
I'm very
Alex,
hyped for number 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
number 2.
Very
Okay.
hyped. It's
Very
been,
hyped.
as I think Java Dog said in the chat, long have I waited, and then it's the redemption. This is the redemption. Martin is there, has been on 1 point for too long, and I'm
true.
ready
Oh.
to take a point for myself.
This is
I
true.
can't even remember the last time, what happened last time. It's been so long.
Yeah, let's not get into it. Let's not get into it. It doesn't matter.
What did
Well,
happen?
Martin
matter.
won last time. That's what happened. It was Martin versus Alex, and now it's the rematch. It's been so long that it's back down to you two again. But yes, it is live, and we've got people in the live chat. And I just want to say a massive welcome to everybody joining us live. So far, it's Hidden History with Ray, Captain, Wonky, Kilgore Trout, Camera Shy Coco, Java Dog, and James Linton 17. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll say hello to everyone else as you join. Feel free to comment throughout this, because actually, as usual with our live quizzes, you are part of the quiz. You can participate in the live quizzing thing. Well, I don't know. Is it a competition? Live quiz competition, yes. I shall read out questions. Martin and Alex shall buzz in, and then you can give your answers, and the first 3 people to get the correct answer in the chat can give themselves a point. Yeah, awesome stuff. And we'll keep track of it between questions.
Ooh.
However, before we get into the quiz itself, the quiz proper, we shall be revealing facts that we learned this week. And that's it. That's it. It's a streamlined affair. So, gentlemen, what did you learn this week? And let's go with Martin, because Martin, I hope you've learned something very exciting on your travels that have taken you away from the podcast for the past, what was it, year and a half?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Well, there have been quite a few kind of late nights, right? And to overcome the tiredness and the mental fragility that comes with working throughout the night, I have not been taking cocaine. I've instead been dosing myself up with sugar. And actually,
Okay.
a study suggests, it's an older study from 2007, and this particular study suggests that ultra sweet refined sugars, and which have ultimately quite recently been added to our diets, are more
Martin,
As
have
a
you been
rule.
paid off by Big Cocaine? Is that what you're doing?
big
now?
cocaine, big
This
cocaine.
is- no, this
yeah.
baby sells themselves.
So refined sugar is more addictive than cocaine.
Well, in this particular test that they did on a whole load of well, you guessed it, rats.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to
These-
say children. I was genuinely.
These rats were given water sweetened with basically a sweetener called saccharin,
Yeah.
and they're also
Okay.
intravenously given cocaine,
Oh my
and
God.
94% went back to the saccharin over the cocaine. 94%. And some of these, I mean, they've done previous tests on some of these rats, and some of them had already been subjected, let's say, to cocaine previously, and actually had an existing addiction to cocaine, and still chose the sweet sugar.
Wow.
So
okay.
the sugar broke the cycle of drug addiction.
So we've
which is
got a cure for
absolutely-
cocaine addiction. Great.
Exactly. Just take up with sugar.
Wow.
And the
Do you reckon
reason,
sugar's going to be one of those things where in a couple of 100 years' time, people look back and think, why were they doing that to themselves? Like,
Yeah.
potentially.
how was Haribo legal? How
I mean, yeah.
could they do that?
I mean, just go back a few decades and got e-numbers and all that stuff that was banned in Europe, at least. And you go, as a British person, if you travel abroad to the far edges of the earth,
Yeah.
to America or Asia, and you have Skittles or something, and you're like, what the hell is this? Just blow my head off with all the stuff that's now illegal in Europe. But
Yeah, I know. Crazy, right?
oh, that's
But
an amazing fact.
the idea behind it basically is that we haven't evolved, mammals haven't evolved for this, to have this refined ultra processed sweet sugar, and so there's this hypersensitivity.
Yeah.
And what they class as a supranormal stimulation, with our sweet receptors going crazy, basically, because we're not used to it. And then there's this reward signal in the brain which overrides any kind of self-control, and so people then get addicted to sugar as a result. And these findings suggest that actually more so than cocaine. So
I can believe it. I think I have a sugar addiction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
I think every
Me too.
day I end up going for a walk to buy packets of cookies, which don't survive the day.
yeah, I
Confession
mean,
time,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, agony on. Yeah, they certainly don't help you out with that, do they? Just like, oh yes, here's the packet that doesn't have any kind of dividers. If it did, you just rip them open anyway.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Yeah.
have you ever been on a Toblerone binge and driven to Dundee
Dundee.
in bare feet?
Yeah, very niche reference. I
Oh my
liked it.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Let me know in the comments if you got that reference. And,
Oh,
you might be my favorite.
you
in the
might
comments.
get an extra point in the quiz.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the quiz master. I determine who gets extra points.
That's really interesting, though, Martin. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, that was an
No
amazing
trouble.
fact. And scary. Quite scary, actually. But
Hmm.
hopefully that scientific research won't influence governments to suddenly start banning sugar, because I need my fix, damn it. But Alex,
That's the one good thing we have nowadays.
you're
Let us
taking
have it.
everything else. Well, Alex, what did you learn this week?
So I learned a little something about space, and well, not really,
You mean
but
space?
Space! But have you both heard the classic fable? I'm going to call it
Okay.
the fact that NASA spent millions upon millions of pounds engineering a space pen. You know, a pen that would
Yeah.
work in space.
Oh yes,
Meanwhile, those crafty Soviets just
Yeah.
used a pencil.
yes.
Yeah.
And
You're not going to tell me that's bollocks, are you?
it's a lovely story, and unfortunately, it is untrue.
Oh,
The pen was actually invented. It wasn't developed by NASA at all. It was invented by a man called Paul Fisher, who sold it to NASA for $6 a pen.
there we go.
I mean,
Good
Paul
price.
Fisher might have spent millions developing it.
Yeah.
Who knows? But NASA didn't do any of that. They were just like,
No.
can you make a pen like this? And he was like, I've got an idea, and he did. And the subsequent thing of the Soviets using a pencil is also untrue, because
really?
the problem with using a pencil is the lead would snap off, and tiny little particles of it would break away from the pencil. And then it was a risk
yeah.
to astronauts or cosmonauts breathing it in.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a risk
Ooh.
that it might get in any of the tiny little systems. So no good.
No,
So by the end of the 1960s, cosmonauts were using the space pen as well. So
Huh.
that's what I learned this week. That classic
interesting.
story. But yeah, just to ruin anyone who wants to tell that story as an anecdote, you can't because it's not true, and you'll go to prison.
I wonder who invented that anecdote. As in, what was their motive when they created that story? Was it the Russians trying to embarrass the Americans, or was it the Americans trying to embarrass the Russians by saying they couldn't afford a pen, or was it a left-wing American trying to embarrass right-wing Americans by saying, "Look how clever these communists are," or was it a right-wing American trying to criticize government waste
That's so
by spending loads
confusing.
of money on NASA's pens? I want to
It's
know.
interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Or-
Where does that come from?
or it could have just been someone that had nothing to do with either the US or the Soviets and just thought, I've heard somewhere that the US spent all this money developing a pen. Actually, they could have just used a pencil, and then someone's then attributed that to the Soviets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. We're not Snopes. We'll never find out. Oh, well, thanks, Alex, for debunking that lie. Gosh. It came.
I'm here to serve. Here to serve the truth more than anything.
Oh.
How about you, Robin? What did you learn this week?
Well, I learned something, stumbled across this actually, which I brought it to the table because it's very apt. Because it's actually today, this is a very British thing. Today, the weather is cool. It's been quite nice. There's been quite strong wind, actually, and they've been blowing my windows shut. It's been very annoying because the past
neighbours-
couple of weeks, it's been incredibly hot. And I almost melted the weekend. I almost had terrible heat stroke at the weekend.
Oh, no.
Almost. I mean,
Oh,
it was
dear.
fine in the end, but it was just so hot. It was terrible. And I was outside as well. And I came across this ancient Greek word called, or the word is kakotheres, which
Okay.
literally means oh god, I've lost the literal translation now.
Literally means-
I don't know.
You haven't learned anything
I've
this
learned
week, Robin.
nothing. I wanted to read out the it means unfitted to endure summer heat.
Oh, very
so
apt.
Kakotheres is literally a word the ancient Greeks invented to describe people like me who just are not engineered, biologically speaking, to endure the heat. Which I think is interesting, given Greece isn't known for being a cold place. So I guess they must have invented this word because enough ancient Greeks struggled with the Mediterranean heat. And
Makes sense.
I wonder if they mocked them with this. Maybe this is a mocking word that was used for people.
It
like
could
me.
have been. Yeah.
Mm.
The tone
Yeah.
makes a big difference, doesn't it? Just true.
Absolutely.
Also, maybe they weren't saying it to other Greeks. Maybe there was a bit of racism in there or something. Maybe it's
yeah.
like
Gringos.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Saying it to all those northerners.
All those tourists back then.
So yeah, that was my fact. Nowhere near as fascinating as both of yours, I
Interesting.
think, but nice and simple.
No. That's a great word and one that we can use. What was it again?
Kakotheres.
Yeah, I think most of
Rolls
us
off the
suffer
tongue.
from that
Yeah,
over here.
I think it describes. Yeah,
Um,
at least I think it describes this podcast at least. But
Prefer it when it's a bit cooler for sure.
oh yes. Well, gentlemen, now that we've divulged what we learned this week, would you like to do a quiz?
Oh, yes, please.
I'd love to, Robin.
Well then, I'd love to too. But before I do, I want to say a big thank you to all our Patreon supporters and YouTube members. And in particular, I'd like to say a big thank you to Captain Wonky, who's with us in the chat. And
Hey.
I believe James Linton as well is with us in the chat. And Rashad Najar and Caleb Wilkerson and Kurt Jones and John Baker and Janie and Henny Ruffle and the Super Show podcast and Nicholas Dill and Emmett Tapia and Ahmad and Peaswad and Josh Chomatek and a Filthy Casual and Simon Workman. Thank you all so much for supporting us. You are wonderful people who keep this channel going. Thank you all.
I think you cut out there, so I just want to say it was Simon Workman. So thank you, Simon.
It was Simon Workman. Yeah. Sorry. Problem with live streams, if the signal's a bit dodgy, we'll be cutting out periodically, especially in this terrible heat. Terrible heat. Our technology is not Kakotheres. It is Kakotheres. Anyway, so on with the quiz. All right, everybody, get your buzzers ready. Get tuned in. Put your thinking caps on. We're going to go into a quiz. And here we are, the Just Interesting quiz. And magically, anyone watching us on YouTube, which is everyone because this is only on YouTube, Martin and Alex have switched places for the quiz. I'm not quite sure how that happened or why, but they have. So I just hope I update the correct scores. So, gentlemen, in order to answer questions, you need to buzz in. What are your buzzers, Alex?
Well, since it's been a while, I feel like it could only be one thing, and I think everyone must have been really missing this for so long. So you're welcome.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson.
There you go. I feel like I gave it a little bit of extra time though, because
It was nice.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
worth
know,
it. It's just
we
a
didn't
long
really
time.
hear the rest of it, do we? Yeah,
No.
it's been a long time.
I've come with something fresh. I thought we'd freshen up a little bit. It's an old clip, but hopefully a few people will recognise this one.
Definitely no cheese in the can. Very happy to be throwing this away.
Bacon.
No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me.
I don't
Think
want
it
to
is.
make a deal anymore.
There are so many good lines from that. You could just play the whole
Those are
thing.
great.
It's
So,
incredible.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a debut, isn't it, for this?
it's a debut for King Curtis. Bacon is good for me.
Well, let's
Yeah.
see if it
That
works as
could,
magic.
that's good enough. I think that could be a recurring one. Who knows? That's got legs. I think that's got legs, that one.
I just need to cut it down so it's just the bacon is good for me part. This clip is quite long.
Oh, but there's so many good lines in it, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to limit it just to
Yeah.
that.
Luckily,
I love
luckily
it.
it's-
Personally, my favorite is
Yeah.
"You'll never see this face again."
My favourite's Joy, I have been nice to you, but now I'm coming to the edge. What does it even mean? Yeah, it's quite extraordinary from like a 5-year-old.
Oh, gosh, it's great parenting
Indeed.
tips for anybody who wants to raise their children well. All right then, going into question number 1. Hopefully, a nice and easy one to warm us up because it has been a while.
Definitely.
Whoa! Oh, so confident. He's straight in
Sorry.
there. All right. Well, what's the
That
answer,
easy.
Martin?
That
Yeah,
easy.
what's the answer?
7.
Wrong.
I think I'll wait to hear the question before
All
I
right.
answer.
So, starting afresh. Question number 1. Who wrote Pride and Prejudice?
Ah, the
No cheese in the can.
I heard the French champagne.
Pride and Prejudice.
Yep.
Oh, I just suddenly had a thought. It's the one of the two. Oh no, I've got it wrong. Pride and Prejudice is Jane Austen.
It is Jane Austen.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
well
I
done.
was worried it was going to be Emily Bronte. What did Emily Bronte do? Or Charlotte Bronte. Charlotte Bronte did Jane Eyre. What was Emily Bronte? What did she do?
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights. That's what. Yeah, I nearly confused it for Wuthering Heights.
Very
Who was the
good.
other sister? 3, right? 3?
Yes, Charlotte, Emily,
There
and
were, yeah.
Anne. Anne?
Yeah,
Was it
that's
Anne?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Luckily,
not
that
sure.
was not the next question.
Knowledge.
Yeah. Good one. So, who in the comments got that? Only one. Only one
Ooh.
person got in there. It was James
Okay.
Linton. Give yourself a point with Jane Austen.
Woo!
Hidden
Nice.
History with Ray
Nicely done.
did answer 42. I guess in response to the early thing.
Very good. Very good.
So, question number 2.
Okay.
Bit of history now. William the Bastard is better known to history as what?
Very happy to be throwing this away.
Ooh.
bacon.
I think I heard bacon. First.
Bacon. William the Bastard. William of Orange.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Ah, the French champagne.
Yes, Alex.
The only other William I can think of, William the Conqueror.
And
You would be correct.
I was between those,
William the
damn it.
Conqueror. I'm so sorry, Martin.
don't know why I changed my mind at the last minute. That was stupid. Because Orange already
If it
has
was
a
another
name. It's
William, I
Orange.
would have been screwed.
You can't be William the Orange Bastard. It doesn't make any sense.
There's a jokey theory that may have some merit that the reason William the Conqueror became conqueror of England and so much of other parts of Europe was just to get rid of that name.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah.
Just need to, lose it. Do a bunch of other.
I'll show them.
Do a
who
bunch
the
of other
bastard
stuff
is. So, we've got a few more answers for this one. Yes, first few people to responded correctly, and it was Hidden History with Ray, Georgia Williams, and Kilgore Trout. Well done. Georgia said Williams the Conqueror, and then corrected herself saying, I can't spell. I think that's all right.
Williams. It's like a statement.
Williams. Right, question number 3. Oh, we're going at a real pace, aren't we?
Oof.
Bit of geography.
Oof.
Vulcan Island is off the coast of where?
Half Falcon, half human.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Yes, Alex.
Falcon.
It's off the coast of Hawaii.
Incorrect. But I like your
Oh.
thinking.
Vulcan Island. Sounds north, maybe like a. Are we looking for a specific country? Or is that too much?
Yeah, no, that's one. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, this crap.
Definitely no cheese in the
Let's go for Vulcan Island is off the coast of Japan.
No.
That was a good guess, though.
Well, that's a good guess. Both of them were good guesses.
I mean, Hawaii's not, now that I think about it, because it's a series of islands. So
Also, it's Japan.
there's also a US
Japan is
state.
too. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Vulcan Island.
Vulcan.
I mean, I can give you a clue if you like, because
Okay. Yeah.
you're
well,
actually
yeah.
startlingly, you've both guessed islands, and that is in the right area,
Ah. Okay.
or island nations, I should say. Although that might be a bit misleading.
And very happy to be throwing this away.
Bacon.
Bacon is good for me. Island nations. What about Australia?
No, not Australia. Sorry, that's quite a big island.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I said you said that might be misleading.
Celebrated for its excellence.
Well, yes, awesome.
Just to cut off any embarrassment if this keeps going for any longer, I just get it out of the way. Is it the UK?
It's not the UK. No, we're not cool enough to have a Vulcan island. Off the
Yeah,
island.
I
You
don't
might
know.
have heard of it.
There's loads of islands, though, isn't there?
There are
There's
quite a
so
few.
many.
Yeah, there are quite a few. I'm just going to have a quick look in the chat, see if anyone's got it. Nobody's got it. Oof. It is a challenging one. It is challenging. Do you know the clue, or do you think you've got some more guesses in you?
I'm happy for another clue.
Okay.
I wouldn't say no to another clue. Why not?
Yeah.
So I think, what were your last guesses? You said Australia. Okay. So you're getting closer, I guess, geographically.
We've gone all over.
No, but you're getting closer as you've got closer. Your direction.
we said other sides of the world, Robin. Which one of us is getting closer?
Vulcan.
I said island nation, but nation may be too grandiose a term for this place.
Is it a country? It's a country, single country.
Yeah. It's an island.
French champagne.
Yes.
Has always been
I'm going to go for Fiji then.
Not Fiji.
I don't know. I was trying to think of like a
Yeah, that's a
an
good
island
guess.
that's
That's a good guess.
not-
It is
Um,
decent. Yeah.
Yeah, island nation.
No, don't nation is misleading. That was my last clue.
Oh, don't think nation. Okay. Jeez.
No, I want my bacon. I gotta take.
Let's go for. Gibraltar.
Not Gibraltar. Before I give you another clue, I just want to say a massive thank you to Bjorn, the truth speaker, in the chat, who's just given us $4.99 and says,
Aw.
"Missed you
thank you very
guys.
so much.
I'm sure everyone has as well. Glad to see you all back together. Happy to be here. We're happy to be here too, and we're really happy to have you here. So thank you so much. That's incredibly generous,
you.
extraordinary. Thank
Be
you.
kind.
So yeah, thank you, Bjorn. But back to the quiz and the question. Nobody in the chat has got it yet.
So you
but
go
Martin,
on for a while. You know.
So Martin, you said Gibraltar, and you're getting a lot closer. Geographically.
Geographically?
Yeah.
I said Australia, and you said it was getting closer.
I said the answers
I'm far
between you,
away.
and Alex said the UK. That's so actually, you said
Oh,
Britain.
okay.
So
Is
you're in the right sea now.
okay. Ah,
celebrated for its excellence.
Yes.
There is a California.
Is it? Where do I go? Sicily?
You would be right. That is the place to go.
oh wow,
Yeah.
Sicily.
Yeah.
Yes!
Well
Jesus.
done.
wow, good guess.
Well done. Yeah, I realised that was a much harder question than I clearly thought when I wrote it. So thank you. Well done for getting it. I felt on the verge
Wow.
of tears.
You did well to get it that quickly, actually, Alex. It's very good.
Thank you. Well, I figured near Gibraltar, I was either going to go there or the Canary Islands, but I was thinking, no, Sicily's more of like an island, isn't it? Well, I mean, no, Canary Islands are, but they're multiple islands and not a nation state.
Yeah, that was, I described it as a nation, but I think that was misleading. But I hoped maybe Vulcan, Roman gods
Volcanoes.
might have been a kind of
Oh yeah,
flew
Vulcan. Yeah,
to
the
the
Roman god.
location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Big
what I
time.
said.
That's what I hoped.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But it looks like in the chat, only one person said Sicily, and it was
Wow.
James Linton, 17. So
Nice.
give yourself
Very
a
nice,
point.
James Linton.
But yeah, everyone had come up with. To be honest, it's one of those things where if someone challenged me to list islands, I wouldn't have been able to come up with half as many as everyone has in the chat. So well done, everyone, for coming up with islands. I would not have been able to do that. So on to
Nice.
question 4.
Mm.
Oh, it's 3-0 to Alex.
Oof, not a good start.
So
me.
like it.
Great stuff
That's
here.
what I like to hit.
The question is Martin just warming up? Is he lulling Alex into a false sense of security? Who
You
knows?
can't drop your guard with Martin. This has happened several times where I've
Yes.
been a few points up and he's
Likes
come
to
back and-
sneak up, yeah. Stab you right up to the hilt. Shaft
dear.
all the way up. That's what he
Oh,
likes to
no.
do. All right,
Oh,
question
no.
number 4. Sports time.
Oh
okay.
no, and this is where it all goes wrong.
Sorry.
Why have you done this?
Who is the most decorated Olympic athlete of all time?
Very happy to be going this way.
Bacon.
I think that was Bacon.
Well, okay, I wanna call the judges on that because that was ridiculous.
I mean,
But
I am
whatever.
the judge,
Yeah,
so,
go ahead.
sure.
I think is it Michael Phelps?
It is Michael Phelps.
Yep, that was my
It
guess
is.
as well. I actually knew that.
You knew that one.
question.
Oh, see, I thought that maybe it was one you could do. But it's still just 3-1. Alex, don't worry. Martin's got a point. He's on the board. How did everyone do at
Ridiculous.
home? Let's have a look.
Ridiculous.
Let's have a look. James Linton gets a point again and seems to be the only one. So
Well done.
well done. Give yourself a point. Although, there may be some
Very
lag
good.
here because we've got a few. We just had a wave of a couple of other people. So GME F1ST0 also says Phelps. So well done. Just a quick reminder to everyone watching us live. You might want to just refresh your page and make sure the timeline is dragged right to the end of the video because it looks like for the purposes of the quiz, you might be some of you might be lagging behind. So yeah.
We'll give a bit of leeway in the points.
Well, I am.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, yeah.
if you want to, want to stay hot.
Otherwise, James Linton's going to run away with that.
Yeah, right. It's super fast. It's super fast broadband.
He's already tied. I think. Tied
I think
the
he is.
bus.
Yeah.
It's plugged into Robin's LAN to get there quicker.
All right. Oh, come on. So, question number 5. It's our first closest wins question.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
So, how many Olympic medals has Michael Phelps won?
Okay.
Hmm.
Got a figure in mind.
I had a figure that jumped to my mind, but is it a crazy amount or just crazy enough to
What
work?
were you thinking?
No, it's okay. You can go first.
Oh, but I'm losing though.
Yeah,
I can't be 4-1 down.
Yeah.
It's not.
you
It's,
can, but you can though. You can, though.
well, my
Ruthless.
initial thought was 18.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not quite sure why. What were you thinking? Like genuinely, what was your thought?
I don't want
I
to
know
say.
you can then change it. You can then change it. You can then change it. But I was thinking 18.
So have you?
I wouldn't say that.
I was going
Yes,
to
I'll
go.
guess 18.
I mean,
I
no
don't
one's
know.
buzzed yet, so I don't have to accept
Oh,
an
yeah,
answer
that's a
till
good
there's a
point.
buzz. So,
Yeah,
I
go on
want
then.
bacon. I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me.
yes, Martin.
18.
18. Martin's
It could
guessing
actually be. It
18.
could actually genuinely
That's
be
a
more. but
good
I'm-
guess. That's a good guess.
French
Champagne.
champagne.
Yep.
I thought it was a little bit more. I thought it was actually in the 20s, but I mean, I don't
Jeez,
know.
It could well be actually.
I don't
could well
know.
be.
I could be wrong. I'll say 20 just to be a bit of a dick.
Mm.
Okay. Well, the correct answer is Michael Phelps has won 28 medals. So Alex is closer.
Wow.
The
How
figure
many- how many of those are
I'm
gold?
not joking, but the figure that I had in mind was 27.
Oh, really? So actually, you were very close. I thought you went into sports, Alex.
I'm
23.
just Michael Phelps. I'm Michael Phelps' biggest fan.
Just 23 golds apparently. Just had a look.
Wow. bloody
Yeah,
hell.
it's
Amazing.
astonishing. Yeah, I've got the breakdown here. It's 23 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze. Which, to be honest, I feel like those 2 bronzes are an even bigger letdown when you're the most decorated Olympian in history. Why are you winning bronzes? That shouldn't be happening, Michael Phelps. Rubbish, I say.
I mean,
Rubbish. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It does help when you're swimming and you can do like 50 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters, relay, backstroke,
Right.
breaststroke, front crawl. It's like there's so many opportunities to
You win
medals.
5 in every tournament.
Yeah. And then there's like team events as well, like the relay and stuff.
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
He
exactly.
takes parts in.
That's
so-
probably where he got the bronzes, actually, isn't it? Where his teammates let him down. All right, then. Well, who got it in the chat? Who was the closest? Ooh, I think ITE bowed you. Guessed 27, so they
Wow.
get the point. They're definitely the closest. James Linton said 30. So close. But I think
good.
27 pips you to it. And then everyone else, I mean, everyone else is, to be honest, your guesses are perfectly reasonable because some of you have guessed numbers that are more realistic for a normal human to attain. Some of you have guessed numbers that are quite possibly within Michael Phelps' future, accolades. You may be too high now, but in 4 years' time, he might have caught to that number. So
What do you think? No, he's stopped now.
It's about
hasn't he?
40 now, isn't he?
he'll still
Yeah.
come back. He'll come back and be everyone.
Pretty sure he's retired.
And now we have the brand new Special Olympics category, the Michael Phelps race, where only Michael Phelps can compete. He wins gold, silver, and bronze every single time.
How old is he?
I mean, I would like to see like a cyborg kind of Olympics where when human enhancements like
Ooh,
comes
yeah.
in, like a cyberpunk type thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How far can you jump? Oh, like 50 meters. You can like, how many?
It'll
how many
very
buildings
quickly
can,
become
can a
like
human jump over?
Alita Battle Angel. That's what it'll be within no time at all.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah.
would just be really, or a different Olympics where they're fully allowed to take like performance enhancement, like drugs and stuff. Like how there's the
Yeah.
whole doping scandals and things. What if there was an Olympics where it's just that's all allowed?
Yeah,
let's see.
separate the
Let's
chaff from
see
the wheat. Let
truly
them,
how quickly a human can go.
let them go. Yeah. And only the purists who really don't want to take drugs join the Olympics with the drugs ban. Yeah, that might be an easy way to sort it out. Hold 2 contests. Yeah.
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 Trying to look at where he won these. Like, there's a picture of him holding all the medals.
Can you do that?
He's got like them on his arms around his
Right,
neck, and his
okay.
arms are outstretched. I'm just trying to work out which ones. So the one in the middle, that's definitely Beijing because they're red and there's Chinese on there. Just trying to work out this one. Is that
Do you think if you had that many, like 20, what was it, 20 over 20 golds or something? Matt?
23 gold, yeah.
23 golds. Do you
Yeah.
think you'd sell a few of them because they're worth quite a lot, aren't
Yeah,
they?
and-
Like,
Ooh.
oh,
medals.
Michael Phelps gold medal is going to be
So
worth a
like-
lot, isn't it?
you could sell like 15 of them at least.
At least sell the bronze.
Oh, no one's interested in the bronze though. You'll get pennies for the bronze. That's,
It failed to sell on eBay. I mean,
Only got $5 on this bid.
2000. Okay, so he won in 2004. Ah, that's interesting. So
Yeah.
all of his oh no, that's not right. Athens, he won the 2 bronze in Athens.
Is that when you started then?
so that was his
He
like
won
first
1,
one.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 golds in
8.
2008.
Wow.
1, 2, 3,
2012
4,
though was his mad year.
4 golds, 2 silvers.
Oh, in 2012.
Yeah, 2008 was the one, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
And then 1,
Fair
2,
enough.
3, 4, 5 golds and a silver in 2016. He technically retired in
I told you he'd be
he
back
just came
despite
back.
retirement. I told you.
2012.
Just can't stop himself.
He's
He wasn't actually competing. He just really fancied a swim, but it was during a race, and he just won.
He just
Oh
won.
no, hold on. Oh, it's all messed up. Oh no, yeah. What did I say? 4 goals and 2 silvers. It's 2012. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mental.
Wow, what a guy!
Well,
guy.
What a
are we
guy.
ready? Do you think? Shall we move on to question
Yeah,
6?
let's move on. Let's move on to the tops. Yeah.
Just, I mean, because maybe we should do a whole podcast about Michael Phelps. It seems like it could be a thing. We could do this. Let us know in the chat. Do you think we should do a Michael Phelps podcast?
He has a pretty interesting story, to be fair.
Can I just
There
say,
you go.
if we have a Michael Phelps themed podcast, people will click onto it expecting us to be interviewing Michael Phelps.
We
There's-
might do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Michael
we should reach out
Phelps
to
podcast
him.
and not have Michael Phelps.
You know what?
on
You know,
the
if we
podcast.
start advocating,
That would be weird.
if we become mental health advocates, we might be able to get him on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a task for this time next year.
Okay.
Is that
Okay.
advocating good mental health?
No, terrible mental health.
Oh, okay. Right. Just checking. Just making sure. Okay. Question number 6.
Okay, yeah.
It's a biology question, I guess.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. What is the common name of the Monodon monoceros?
What?
Is this human biology?
It's the animal kingdom. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The Monodon monoceros is known as...
Definitely no cheese in the
I think
The
I heard-
monodon,
Yeah.
the monodon monoceros is the spine as a whole.
No.
No, Martin. No,
Sorry,
how could
no,
you?
yeah.
No,
Did you-
Martin.
I
no.
must
I
have
missed- I missed
sorry,
the
I made
question.
it. Well, I said animal kingdom was my. I
Oh,
made it-
you don't mean?
It's not a part-
Martin.
it's a
no.
thing. It's a living
What
thing.
were you thinking?
I was thinking it's. Oh,
Sorry, it's a living
okay, I
thing.
misjudged this.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about biology as in human biology.
No,
part of human
sorry,
body?
I meant sorry, that was nature. I should have said
Oh,
nature.
nature,
Yeah,
okay.
I was inaccurate. It's been too long, fellas. I'm not very good at. I've forgotten my quiz categories.
It's a species, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Champagne
got it.
has always been
Yes,
celebrated
Alex.
for its sex.
Is it the rhino?
No,
Rhinoceros?
it is not.
Monodon.
However,
Monodon.
you're
like
in the
one-
right.
Oh, what about-
you're, you're on the right lines.
Very happy to be throwing.
Could it be? Oh, it's only one of the two, isn't it? Monodon. Oh, God, which one do I go for? Elephant.
Not the elephant.
Does it open it back up again?
Bacon.
No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something.
Is
Is
that
it buzzed
allowed?
again?
Is
What?
that allowed? Doesn't it open it back up again, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you both
Hippo.
gave a clue. Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
Hippo.
both gave an answer. No, not the hippo,
Damn.
Monodon monoceros.
because that's hippopotamus, right? So
Oh, yeah, true.
See, the way
Yeah.
that you're saying that makes me think it's. I feel that I don't know. I don't know. I might need another clue.
Well, I'll tell you its name
Oh,
in English. That Monodon monoceros, it means one tooth, one horn.
ah,
Bacon is good for me.
Martin's had 3 guesses. Is that allowed?
didn't you just guess?
Yeah, you guess.
You've done
didn't guess.
two.
But
You
I
guessed
well,
two.
no, I guess because we had a clue.
You asked for a clue
so that
instead of a
does
guess, so
reset
it's back
it.
to-
yeah,
back
no,
to
it's
buzzing.
fine.
You're still 4-1 ahead, Alex.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, all
So-
right. Have a guess. Go on.
One horn, one tooth.
Yeah.
I still don't
Well,
get it from one.
A horn makes me think of like a narwhal or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So what's your guess?
So I'm gonna go for that.
Your guess is narwhal.
Yeah.
You'd be correct. It's a
Yo,
narwhal.
damn it!
Yeah, well done.
Goodness sake. Why did I not guess that? I should have just guessed that was going to be my guess.
Oh, it's all right, Alex. It's all right.
But I was thinking, there's no way it's a narwhal. That it sounds like a land animal. I wasn't
sea
gonna guess
cow.
narwhal.
It is a narwhal. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you got that. I was getting worried that might be, again, badly phrased question.
Basically, a spine.
Yeah, you said that. I was like, I don't know how to come back from this. I'm not sure what to do.
Oh, narwhal. That's another word for a spine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Well done. Just give him the point. Yeah. All right then. Well, 4-2 to Martin and to Alex. Sorry, 4-2 to Alex. But in the chat,
it will be.
in the chat, how's it going? We got a bunch of rhinos. I guess on the same logic of rhino, hippopotamus. Someone guessed horse, but the first person to correctly guess narwhal was Georgia Williams, and GME F1ST0 also guessed narwhal, and so did James Linton.
Did anyone get it before your
Nice.
clue?
Well done.
I
Well done.
don't think so.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think everyone got it
Was
after I said monodon. Yeah. Which is monodon, incidentally, is what my baby brother used to call the garden show presenter Monty Don.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
Because he couldn't say Monty. So he said Monadon.
Mono.
And Mum loved gardening shows, so he was on all the time. All right, then. After that fascinating piece of trivia that will only be relevant to a percentage of our British audience. What? Sorry.
What?
So someone's
What's happened?
I got a comment in the chat that just slightly threw me. But
Go on.
Well,
You got to read it now.
What does it say?
well, Tim Kelly said, "Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad."
Oh, that's the narwhal from Elf.
There you go. Yes.
Right,
Buddy,
yeah,
hope you
okay.
find your dad.
Of course, yeah. Okay, good.
That's a niche. That's a niche line from that film, though. In fairness, and you got
yeah.
it straight away, Martin. So well done.
Well done.
I've seen that film a few times.
The benefit of wee ones. All right, then.
Oh yeah.
Moving on to question number 7. Whoa. Measured by land mass, the British Empire has had the largest empire the world has ever seen.
Mhm.
What was the second largest empire by land mass?
Champagne
Ooh.
has
Yes,
always been
Alex.
celebrated for its excellence.
Is it the Mongol Empire?
Oh, yes, it would be the Mongol
Wow.
Empire. Well done. Good knowledge.
Very good.
Genghis
Impressive.
Khan.
Good. Mr. Genghis.
Who was it that was cast to play Genghis Khan in that?
Danny
John-
DeVito.
film?
John Wayne. Yeah, I think
It was
what you think
John
of the
Wayne.
Conqueror.
John
Yeah,
Wayne
John Wayne.
cast to play Genghis Khan.
I don't see what's wrong with that. Alex, what are you saying? He didn't
be
have
honest,
yellow
though,
face or anything.
There are some unusual castings that actually turn out to be masterstrokes.
I mean, that was
That's
not
not
one
one
of
of
them. So, in the chat, who got that? AAM said Mongol Empire, so well done. Hidden History with Ray said Genghis Khan, which give yourself a
That's-
point. I think that
that's good.
counts. It's, yeah, you've got the right ruler, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And then, yep, that was it. Well done. Give yourselves a point. So,
Very good, very good.
on to question number 8.
Oh dear.
So close to the end here. So close to the end.
Yep.
In what year? This is a British thing. Sorry, Bonfire Night. Bonfire Night. You know Bonfire Night.
I know Bonfire Night. Heard of it.
Yeah,
It's a thing.
burn an effigy of maybe of
Whoever your
Mr.
least favorite person is. Yeah. But in what year was the Observance of the 5th of November Act 1605 passed by Parliament?
Ooh. What year was it passed?
In what year was the observant the 16? What?
It's a trick question.
In
What
what-
year
I'm
was
so
it finally
confused.
passed?
In what year was the Observance of the 5th of November Act 1605 passed?
Is this the closest wins?
Is this? Yeah, I was going to say is this closest wins because this could span hundreds of years.
It's not a closest wins, but I can make it closest wins. Yeah.
We have to
Oh,
know this,
no.
Alex. We're supposed to know this, apparently, to the date. What was the act called? Not that it matters, but
The Observance of the 5th of November Act 1605.
observance.
Yeah.
You observe it. It sounds like something that'd be quite. I'm going to go for like 2002
Okay.
because we're observing it now.
Yeah, no, I think that's the trick to this question, isn't it? It's not going to be like 1606.
Could be.
Well, I mean, it might be. Yeah, I'm going to go.
French champagne.
I'm going to go a bit. Well, actually, no.
I've
I'm
kind of
going to
screwed.
go off. I'm going
Okay.
to say 2005. You know, then it's like
Ooh. So
to the on the year, just
I
like on the
see.
400 year
I see.
anniversary.
It does seem like the kind of thing that recent Tory governments would have done for no particular reason, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen,
Are we
technically
wrong?
one
We're
of you gets a point.
Thank you.
Since it's the closest wins. And it would be
Sorry,
Martin gets a point for guessing 2002. Yeah.
closest.
When was
How
it
close?
passed, Robin?
It was passed
17.
in January 1606.
Oh, for God's sake! For God's sake! What a stupid question. Why?
I love that
would
you
you
both
do
got
this?
onto the twist, the fact that it was a trick question straight away, but then you ran with it you ran so far. Oh, dear. Like a flock of seagulls, you just ran so far away.
I kind of think
for
they go
goodness
mental and do it for like the Queen's Jubilee, Golden Jubilee or something.
I love
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. I love it so much. So anyway, in the chat, someone actually got the year. It was Paul
Oh, very
Mawata
good.
got 1606, and James Linton also said 1606. So spot on. Well done. If we were doing closest wins, a few other people guessed 1605, so you could give yourselves a point. But beyond that, I think everyone else sadly can't get a point. Actually, no. What would say? Martin's guessed 2002 and got a point. Everybody who guessed anything for that answer can get a point.
Ridiculous.
So AAM says, I love how Alex immediately dismissed 1606. Yes.
Why did that was basically just assured that it was going to be 1606, didn't it? Goodness sake.
All right. Question number
Wonderful.
9. And
What's the
it's-
score, please,
The
Robin?
score is 5-3 to Alex. So
Oh, no,
Mar-
don't
Martin
do
could
this.
do it. Martin could do it.
No.
Fingers on buzzers, gents, because this is a true or false.
Oof,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
danger.
Okay. So it's the fastest finger in the West time, which the madam of the brothel always told me was a good thing. Anyway, true or false?
Okay.
Stingrays have no bones in their bodies. Alex is straight in there.
He's buzzed.
He buzzed in.
That would be false.
It's of course true.
It is true. They have no bones in their bodies.
Of course they have no bones.
I can't do this.
it's all cartilage, Alex.
Yeah,
it's
you knew that
all
one, Alex.
cartilage.
Why would I
Cartilage,
know
baby.
that?
All
What do you
cartilage,
mean?
baby.
It's a fish. Stingrays.
I'm not
Of
sure they
course
are
true.
fish, actually. They're stingrays.
True or false?
Stingrays?
They're underwater, but
The-
you, would,
the-
you
the
wouldn't call
floppy
it.
things?
Yeah, you wouldn't call a shark a fish. I'm not sure stingrays count as
Yes,
fish.
you would. What else do you class it
No.
as?
Sharks.
Shark's not a fish.
What do you mean it's not a fish? Yes, it is.
A shark isn't a fish,
course.
is it?
What's going on
What else is it then?
here? Okay. Well, who got that in the chat? We got
What do you mean a shark isn't a fish?
Georgia
It's
Williams.
a type of. It's a type of. That's just a good
And
point. I
sharks
don't
have
know what it is.
bones in them as well.
So do fish. Yeah.
That's not the question, Alex. Stop going on about sharks.
Anyway.
it's a straw man.
Georgia Williams, Paul Mawata, and James Linton all guessed true first. Sadly, Lady Rage did as well, but you weren't one of the first three. Tim Kelly says, "I come here for Alex's quiz meltdowns." It's a thing. It's a thing. So 5-4 going into question 10 couldn't be more tense. Can Martin pull it back? Victory from the jaws of defeat? Or will Alex seal his conquest and a point on the leaderboard? Let's find out. It's the closest wins. So
I will never ever do a quiz again if you win.
Doesn't matter when you score the points.
You can tell when I wrote this quiz, I had just seen the film Oppenheimer. So
Oh God, have you seen this, Alex?
Okay. Maybe.
have you seen it, Martin?
Oh,
Maybe.
no.
Okay.
But it's a long film and
you may
there's a
have-
lot of things to remember in it.
Yeah.
So.
This is not about what's in the film so much as a fact about the film making. So
What?
you may have heard it.
What?
Anyway, it's a closest
I
wins.
haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the behind the scenes DVD.
It's a closest wins. Not out on DVD yet. Anyway, how
Yeah, true.
many visual effects shots does Christopher Nolan's film Oppenheimer contain?
It's crap.
Definitely no cheese in the can.
Yes, Martin.
Oppenheimer. That's just. I think is it zero? It's either 0 or 1. 0 or 1.
binary.
0.
Martin's guess is 0. Okay. Alex, what's your guess?
When you say like visual effects shots, so visual effects is on the screen. It's not like the whole thing is CGI. Well, do you know what? I'm going to stick to
Yeah,
Martin's.
that's what a
thing.
visual
I'm
effect.
gonna
Yeah, a shot that contains a visual effect. Yeah,
This is closest wins, isn't it?
yeah.
Well, I'll stick to Martin's thing and go with binary and just go 1.
So Martin said 0, and Alex said 1.
7,000. wasn't it?
If you say 0.5, I
I was
swear
gonna say, I
to
was just
God,
like, damn it, this is really annoying. No, the actual answer is 100
Oh, okay.
visual effect shots. So
There we go.
Alex gets the point and
There we
secures
go.
his victory.
Yeah, I mean
Very good.
that feels unfair if you haven't seen the film, because I mean there's definitely VFX stuff in there.
Yeah.
He only didn't use it for the bomb, but everything else was fair game.
Okay. Right. Okay. I see.
There's a couple of
Yeah.
there's like some dream stuff going on, some visions. Yeah, some dreams.
that's what I was
there's
thinking,
some
like
stuff in there.
weird kind of visions and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Nice. No, I look forward to seeing it. Just haven't had time yet. Is it good?
It's worth it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Nice.
It's really good.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's very
really
good.
enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen? There was the old Oppenheimer versus Barbie thing. Have you seen both?
Yep,
No.
I've seen both.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which do you prefer?
I mean, I'd be more likely to watch Barbie again, I think, but I don't know if that's fair to say. I don't know how you could compare the two, to be honest. They're both very good. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Very good.
All right then. Who
Wonderful.
got
Well
that?
done, Alex. Congratulations. Really good.
Yes.
Thank
Well
you
done,
very
Alex.
much.
6-4.
Very
A
good.
close victory. That was close. That was genuinely.
Mm,
You always
I
have
made
that.
it-
That was
Oh, I was
That was
thinking it
pretty
would be
close.
an embarrassment for a time, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. 6-4.
That's a very honourable score. That is. So who in the chat got that last one? Someone else also guessed a 0, but closest was technically the Jagman 22, who guessed 4.
fair enough. Still closer than us. Though, in
I know, it's so
fairness.
much closer. So
Martin's love that. That's-
insanity. Okay. Oh dear. Would you like the bonus
Martin's
question?
gone.
Because you're gonna love it. You're gonna love the bonus question.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Go for it.
And I honestly, maybe this should have been the final question instead, because
Oh, that's so funny.
the bonus question is the closest wins, and it's again about Oppenheimer. And the question is,
It's a film I haven't seen.
well, you might have heard the facts about it. How many of the visual effects shots in Oppenheimer, how many of the 100 contain CGI? Closest
wait,
wins.
Right, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Oh,
But visual effects shots are CGI. No?
No, not necessarily.
But visual effects are computer generated.
No,
and
computer
special
generated
effects-
imagery is computer generated. Visual effects are post production special effects. Don't have to involve
Right,
CG.
okay, yeah. Sure. I'll go a bit first this time then,
French
since
champagne.
you've gone first the last ones. I will say interesting.
One.
So how many of them have CGI in?
Yeah.
The visual effects.
How many of the 100 shots have CGI? Yeah.
45.
Okay. 45.
He loves his practical stuff, though, doesn't he? It's difficult when you haven't seen it, but he loves his CGI. Would really go that heavy on CGI? I'm gonna go 1. It's either 1 or 4.
The answer is 0. Martin, you were closest.
There we go.
Robin,
Should've-
I don't
should've gone for a
understand this.
repeat.
That makes no sense. Having seen the film, what are you talking about?
So
Of course, there's CGI. in it.
no. So the visual effects shots were done in camera, but then they film each element separately and then they composite them onto film.
Okay. Minor spoilers here, but it's just like a little vision. How does he emulate the entire world getting blown up? That doesn't happen in the film. Just want to say, obviously.
Yeah, with
How is that not CGI?
with presumably miniatures and chemicals.
No, that wasn't.
This is what they did before CGI was a thing, right up until the 90s.
No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a second.
The,
He's
nu-
having us on.
the nuclear explosion in Aliens, spoilers for the finale there, is a miniature with a light bulb inside it.
Fair.
So they
Fair.
could do
I mean,
something.
yeah, like I know that with this one, with the nuclear bomb, he didn't use CGI for that. But
Yeah.
like, why?
Crazy.
What's the?
Because when you've got the money and you can, why wouldn't you? Well, in the chat,
point.
several people got it spot on. AAM and Lady Rage and the Jackman22 guessed 0. Honourable mention, though, to James Linton 17, who guessed 69. Which
Nice.
I'm glad.
Nice.
I'm glad someone
Nice.
did that. And I wish Christopher Nolan had too, just for the laughs. That would be my thing. If I were a filmmaker, every movie I made, regardless of what it was, would have 69 visual effects shots in it.
Well, the stuff of the nuclear missiles and everything.
Yeah,
Just what?
apparently no CGI. Yeah,
I need
so
to
I look forward to
rewatch this
finding.
film.
Yeah, looking forward to
Wow.
finding out how they did it. Yeah.
Mm. I'll be watching with that in mind now.
I don't buy it for a
Wow.
second.
So, Hidden History with Ray says this has been a great quiz. Thank you, Hidden
Oh,
History with
good.
Ray, and thank you to everyone for taking part. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Martin and Alex. Well done, Alex, for winning. You get. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put your point on the leaderboard.
Lovely.
Now, where is it? Where's the scoreboard? Ah. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Nice. Yes. Thank you very much, Robin. Thank you for this quiz. And hopefully next week we can get you on the board as well.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. One each. That'd be nice. A 3-way. Always the best. So
Whoa.
thank you all for joining us. Thank you for joining us for this live quiz. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, see you
Enjoy
soon.
the future.
Also say, if you're watching this, why not head over and watch the podcast that we've just put out on
That's
the
a good
channel?
point. This is, we've literally followed on the tail end of the podcast that was published at an hour before this. So yeah, go and watch it. It's about films that predicted the future.
Mm.
Mhm.
Ah, Mamma mia.
Enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know why that was the
Very good.
gesture. That was
And
yeah.
Oppenheimer was one of them. So yeah, hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it won't be.
Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, thank you for all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.